This is Real Dilemma Podcast with Regina and Dorcas.
Oh my gosh. Hello, guys. Welcome to the pod. We're finally here.
Yes, we are.
We're finally here. My name is Dorcas, and you're welcome to Real Dilemmas. Yes. And this is
Regina. So, yes, guys, you're welcome to Real Dilemmas.
Yo, guys, see, it's been a long time coming.
Yes.
And I'm going to backtrack and take you to how we started before we get into. By the way, guys, this is our first episode. If you're watching, thanks for clicking. Please do not forget to like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. Right. So now let's get into how we started the pod fully.
All right. Okay.
So do you want me to go first?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, hello. All right. So how did we start? How did we start the pod?
I reached out to you, Regina.
All right. Fair.
I reached out.
So
I sent her a message.
Okay.
I met Regina. I think I met you just once.
Right.
Before I sent the message.
Okay.
I just met her once. See, excuse me. I'm someone who, I feel like I have a good read on people. Not to make your head swell, but
I feel like you're gassing yourself.
Yeah, but I do feel like I have a good read on people. So when I met her, I just knew that, this girl's a vibe. We had a lot of things in common. We met through a mutual friend, and I was like, it would be cool to do this with her. Although I've wanted to do it before now, but I also knew that I couldn't do it on my own. So when I met her, I got her number, and then I sent her a message. And then this girl aired me. She did not respond to my message for almost a year. This should have been done last year, guys.
Right.
And this is 2024. I sent you a message in 2023. So what happened?
Okay, let me tell my side of the story. Go
on.
All right, so, right, since we're clearing our throats.
Go on.
Actually, I'm not going to lie, right? So she did reach out to me.
Mm-hmm.
We met last year, 2023.
Yeah.
And she reached out to me. But life was happening. Life was lifing, like they say, right? So I didn't intentionally air you.
Okay.
I just
unintentionally aired me.
But yeah, guys, anyway, we're here now. This is our first episode, so please be nice, be kind. We're still getting used to this whole
if you can tell. It's our first episode, so yeah, we're getting used to it. Yeah. But I think they would want to know. So why did you decide to come on the pod? Why did you decide, okay, let's do this? What made you change your mind?
I've always wanted to do something like this. So if we're talking YouTube, if we're talking podcast, I mean, since I've wanted to start it when I was in uni, there was nothing, podcast wasn't a thing then. Okay. It was just people on YouTube, right? I've always wanted to do it, but there's always been a fear of, fear of failure, fear of inconsistency. Yeah, so I've always had that fear. So because of that, it's just held me back. And then come 2023, she reached out to me, and I was like, okay. I think I just needed someone that would push me. Yeah. And I guess that's what Dorcas is. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what Dorcas is.
Yeah.
She motivated me to jump on it. And I think it's great because you have someone with you to sort of bounce off.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what motivated me. And I guess fair enough, I urged you. I didn't hear her. But this year, 2024, I just made a decision that, you know what, regardless, we're going to do this. Yeah. And here we are.
And I like what you said about consistency, because even for me, like, I have a YouTube channel, but I feel like because we're both mommies, we have like things going on. We have kids, we have family, work and everything. Sometimes it's easy to just get carried away and not do what you want to do, like your passion. Your passion ends up being like on the back burner. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you have someone, you guys can just, push each other.
Yeah. And so that's why we're here, and we've decided to start Real Dilemmas. We are two beautiful ladies.
Yeah, we're beautiful.
If we do say so ourselves.
We are.
So we're two beautiful ladies, and we are just taking life as it comes.
Yeah.
Dealing with life.
Yeah,
family,
going through life. Yeah.
Motherhood.
One dilemma at a time.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So since we've done all this intro, let's dive right into.
Yeah, but before we dive in, I have a rant.
Oh gosh, here we go.
I have a rant. See, we've also said that we're going to be ranting every episode because everybody has something to rant about. So why not on the episode? Every episode we're going to be ranting. So for this episode, my rant is, because I just moved to the UK, you've been here for how long now?
Oh gosh.
Forever.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I've been in the UK since 2014.
Okay.
But I've been in Dublin. I grew up in Dublin.
Okay. For how long?
I left Nigeria when I was 20, I think 2001, 2002.
So you were like a kid?
Yeah, I was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So for me, it's like culture change. The change has been different for me. So I feel like I would probably be having something to rant about like every other episode because things are different for me now, and I don't really understand what's going on in the UK. But the rant I'm going with this week is getting into lounges and clubs in the UK. Please, can you explain to me why we have to pay?
Why are you asking me?
You live here.
I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Pay? Like, if you want to get into a lounge here in the UK, you want to chill with your partner, you want to chill with your husband or your wife, you have to pay, by the way, to get into the lounge or club or wherever you're going to. And I'm like, why?
So what, is it different in Nigeria?
It's very different. You're going there, you're buying bottles. You're going there, you're spending. By the way, you're still going to pay for your drinks. Don't think it's going to be for free. You're paying for your drinks, and then you're paying to get in. And then I went to Maidstone, I was telling you the other day.
Yeah.
To get in, you have to pay. Yeah. Then if you want to stand, it's a different fee. If you want a table, it's a different fee.
Yeah.
That's excluding the drinks. Make that make sense. Like,
I think it's the same everywhere, really. I think it's the same. It's the same in Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester is what I'm saying.
If you're going to, I don't know if we can name names, but if you're going to...
Yeah, that place.
That place. You're going to, you have to pay, what, £10? £10, £20 to get in? For me, it's normal. It's not different.
For me, it's abnormal. It is not normal. It's
For
abnormal.
Me, it's normal, so
it should be cancelled.
When I say it's normal, like, I understand that that's just the system here.
But I would like to believe they make profit from the bottles as well.
I mean, they do. Okay, let's just run back your rant, right? Your rant is the fact that we're paying to get in. Now, my rant, based off your rant, is a fact.
Yeah.
That bottles are bloody expensive.
Yeah.
In this club, like, why am I paying £150 for a bottle of Courvoisier that I can get in Tesco for like £35? Like,
so it's like triple the price.
Make it make sense.
Triple.
But I know it's a rant for me. I can never understand it, but I guess it's business at the end of the day.
Yo, it's crazy.
It's business at the end of the day, and business have to make money. So we're gonna leave it at that.
Well, guys, so a lot of things have actually been changing. I feel like, which takes me to the topic of the day, guys. Finding yourself is our topic, and I feel like, I don't know if it's just the UK or because the lifestyle here is different. A lot of things have changed about me, and I'm finding myself by each passing day. I feel like I'm trying to balance my routine, and then finding also that I'm changing, basically. Probably changing because of where I am, so I'm trying to adapt, but at the same time, trying to find myself at the same time. So I've always wanted to know, I've asked a friend this before, do you think you fully know yourself? Do you think you fully found yourself right at this stage in life?
What, so you're asking me?
Yeah. Do you think you can if you're basing it on a percentage basis, what would you say?
Percentage wise,
yeah,
have I found myself? I'd say about 70.
70.
I was gonna say 70%, but
let me clarify.
Okay, fair. Clarify.
Finding yourself in relationships, in friendships, in marriage. We're married, by the way, guys. If you didn't know.
Yes.
We're off the market.
Who was looking for you before?
I'm just saying. We're babes. Come on.
Ain't nobody checking for you, girl.
Just saying.
I'm only joking, probably. I'm sure there are plenty people checking for you. But guys, we are married. We're married. We've got children. We're mommies and we're wives. In
motherhood as well. Do you think you found yourself?
I mean, it's hard to just give one percentage of, for like in general, of if I found myself or not.
Okay.
Because it's just different. There's a different aspect to womanhood, right?
Yeah, true.
So, I'll give different percentages to different aspects of my life. But generally, I'll probably say I found myself about 60%.
60. No, 60 it's good.
Yeah, I say 60%. And I say 60 because I believe that as human beings, or we evolve every day, and at every different stages of evolution that we come into, we unlock different aspects of our lives, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we find out new things of ourselves, if I should put it that way. We find out things that we can take. We can, we find out. But in terms of like values and core, it's still the same, right? But certain situation, we'll find ourselves in certain situations that we react in a different
manner. Yeah, true.
So that's why I say 60%, because I don't believe that anybody can really know themselves 100%. I mean, you can have your core values and belief systems, but when I'm 40, I'm not 40, guys.
But do you think with the way the world is evolving now, do you think your core values will remain the same and would never change?
I think it should.
Because I think mine has shifted a bit.
Really?
Yes. I think mine has shifted a bit. Like, yeah, I have core values.
Yeah.
Family, my faith and everything. But coming to a country like this, I feel like you have to be somewhat open-minded. So I would say my core values have shifted a bit in that regard. Like, there are certain things that I felt like I was big on, or I couldn't be flexible with. Yeah. But now I feel like I'm a bit more flexible.
Would you say that core values, or would you call that mindset?
I would think some core values.
Okay.
In terms of, let me give an instance now. I think with my faith, right? You know the way we are as Christians back in Nigeria, we're like spirit cocoa. For those of you who don't know what spirit cocoa is, it's like you have to be in church every Sunday. Yeah. You have to. There were certain things that you had to do as a Christian. Yeah. So if you didn't go to church on a Sunday, it was sort of frowned upon, and I felt like it was a core value. I felt like I needed to be in church every Sunday.
I don't think that's a core value, though. I think that's a mindset. I think that was more where your mind was at that point, because you were back home in Nigeria. Yeah. Because I think when something is core and it's a value, it's hard to change. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, if you
guys, leave your comments.
If you disagree, please disagree. Yeah. We're all for it. But I just think when something is like deep and it's a core and it's a value, it's hard to sway compared to when it's a mindset or an environmental or societal thing. But now your environmental surroundings change.
I like what you just said there. Yeah. I agree with you. It was, when something was, I felt like it was a core value because that was what I was living. Yeah. And so my environment changed, and now it seems to be like it's not changed. A core value. It's just the thing of it was where I was that was making me like that. Do you get what I mean? Right, so I get what you're saying. So would you also say in relationships, you know yourself?
I think so. Yeah.
In
do you mean friendships or what?
It could be friendships. It could be
relationships in general. Yes, I do. Yeah. I believe I do. I know who I am, and I know what I could take. Most of the time when I'm interacting with people, most of the times, English is not my first language, guys. Yeah. But anyway, most of the time when I'm like interacting with certain people, it might not come off as if I'm like doing what society expects me to do, or people expect me to, how I'm expected to react. Yeah. However, I know why I'm doing certain things. So when it comes to relationship with people, I do believe that I'll probably give myself a 70%, 80%. I would never give myself 100%.
In relationships, 70, 80%.
What, relationships with the opposite sex? Like
No, I mean like relationships, friendships.
Friendships, yeah, I would. Because I know what I could take and what I can't take. So if I'm allowing certain things, I'm allowing it. It doesn't mean I'm a fool. Yeah. I ain't a fool. But but I know what I'm doing most of the times, and I say most of the times because sometimes we slip up, so yeah. Yeah,
I don't know if that's a flaw I have. I feel like when it comes to friendships and people I care about, I feel like with certain, like obviously with people that I don't know, I know myself 100%. I would give myself 100% in like friendships and relationships with people that I do not know. Right. But I'm talking about like my inner circle now. Like I know you. I always give people the benefit of doubt. And I feel like it's a flaw I have. So even when I know that this is something I cannot take, this is something I don't like, but because I know that this person deep down is a good person.
Oh, girl, bye.
That's why
Girl, bye.
I feel like I tend to shift and be like, okay,
People like
I know that this person is not
I
coming
don't-
from like a mean place, so I just.
Do you know what I say?
But there are not many though. They're like they're like
Do you know what I
three.
say?
Yeah, but
Some people come for me for this, but it's all right. I ain't the Holy Spirit. So I don't see your intention. I see your action, baby.
okay.
So I'm not going to say, oh, you hurt me, and I'm like, oh, I know they're coming from a good place. No, they ain't.
Wait. Okay.
No,
That's
they
a
not.
friendship. Let's
That's
say
a
from your
friendship.
husband.
That's a whole different conversation.
So you see what I'm saying?
now.
That's why I said with your inner circle, you would still
Okay.
give people that grace. You cannot like be stern with, oh, I'm not taking this, I'm not taking that. With certain people, you
certain.
bend.
I think for me, when you say certain, it's still giving a wide gap. For me, it's just my nuclear family, my husband, my children.
Really?
Besides that, no.
Do you have a best friend, yeah?
Yes, I do have a
What
best
about your
friend.
best friend, your siblings?
Actually, yeah, I can't, guys. I can't. Let me take
You
it
know what
back.
I'm
Let me
saying,
take
you
it
know what
back.
I'm saying.
Let me take it back. No. Okay, yeah, fair. I can't. So, yeah, I would say definitely my siblings.
Yeah.
Definitely my parents. Definitely my husband, my children, and my best friend. That's it. But aside that, nobody else. I don't look at people's intention. I should sometimes, and I do sometimes, but I try not to let that be. I like to take people for what you show me is what I take.
Yeah.
You show me yourself, and I take you for who you are.
Yeah.
And then I decide what I want to do with that. You know what you've shown me. So.
Yeah, I like that. I'm learning. Like I
Yeah, we
told you
grow.
the other time when we were together, I was like, I'm learning violence.
Oh no, guys! Let me
I'm
tell you.
choosing
Hold on.
war
Hold up. Dorcas is in a villain era. Let's just say that. Let's start there. So
Yeah.
sometimes you might get boost, and you might get boost
Please be ready,
from her.
guys.
Be ready.
It's not who I am,
But
but
she's
it's who
trying to
I
be-
want to be.
Why?
I want war because I feel like a lot of things.
And
This is coming from when I was like really young. I feel like a lot of people took me for granted. A lot of friends took me for granted, which is a topic for another episode. A lot of friends took me for granted. I allowed a lot of things, and now I'm just not allowing it anymore.
Right.
So what you give me is what I give you. Now I'm like a tit for tat kind
She's
of person.
trying to be a tit for tat
If
kind
you
of
do
person.
me, I do you.
Man, nigga vex. Step
So
on
it's
the
war.
dance
It's
floor.
war season, guys. It's war season.
For
But
her,
yeah,
I'm all about peace, guys.
she'll be preaching peace and love and light over there.
Love and light.
War, violence. So let's go back to the topic now. In motherhood, do you think you fully know yourself? Because these kids be trying. These kids be trying.
Are we about to go into this?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
We won't get too much into it because we don't want social services to call on us. But we're gonna be cute about it. In motherhood, what would I say?
Yeah.
Motherhood.
Motherhood and marriage.
Girl, no, we can't do the two together. That's not fair.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't do the two together.
Okay.
Nope. Motherhood, I would say yes. I do know myself.
Okay.
I did start motherhoodness very early.
Yeah,
That worked.
likewise, yeah.
So I started very early.
That's
so
something we also have in common, guys, if you
Yeah.
didn't know. Yeah.
we do have a lot in
We
common.
do have a lot. Now you're
weird,
seeing
isn't
it, Abby. You're seeing it. You're seeing it.
But
Yeah.
I would say, what was I saying? I've lost my
Yeah,
train of
motherhood.
thoughts.
You.
Yeah, I'd say I know myself now.
Okay.
I've sort of found my foot around it. I mean, like I always say, we're still growing, we're still learning.
Yeah.
But when I started, it was I mean, there's no manual to these
True.
things, right?
True.
So there was a lot of basketballs dealing with, motherhood and learning motherhood. But at
Yeah.
the stage I'm at with 3 little ones, I feel like I do know what I want for my kids. I know, I know how to deal
To
with
an
them.
extent, yeah.
To an extent, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm learning them because they're growing.
Mm-hmm.
So as they're growing, I'm growing.
Yeah.
I'm learning to know their personalities. I'm learning to know, I'm getting to know like the kind of children I have, and they're all very different. Trust me. Those of you that know, they know.
Yeah.
They're very different. So and you treat them differently because they
Yeah.
are different. So yeah. Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I feel like for me, when it comes to motherhood, I feel like I've always known what I wanted for my kids.
Not
And this
really.
might sound a bit, but yeah, I feel like I've always known because I don't have too many people I look up to. You know how a lot of people have like role models in like the industry they want to go into like their career and stuff.
I don't.
I feel like I did not have a role model. You didn't, or you don't?
Not on like social media or anything. No.
No, not like doing what you want to do. There's like nobody that you look up to.
Let's move on.
Really? You don't. Guys,
to be
leave a
fair,
comment. Do you guys have like role models, or is it just me?
girl, bye.
Is it just me?
My mother and father are my role models.
Yeah.
No, I'm only joking. Well, they are to an extent.
Yeah.
But
Like
in terms of, like,
career-wise.
career-wise, I don't want to sound bad because social media. They say like you have to have a. No, I really don't. I look up
Yeah.
to Jesus.
The author and finisher. Amen.
Yes, God.
Amen.
That's my role model. My role
Yeah.
model.
So for me, I felt like I did not realize this lady was my role model until
this?
after. So I found her on Snapchat.
Okay.
Maki Benson, if you see this, hit me up. I've been following you for years. So I've been following her
Hit
for
us
a
up,
while.
please.
And she had her kids. She went through like a journey of miscarriages and stuff. I think that was how I found her. I saw like an interview, and then I started following her. And I saw that when her kids were like really young, I can't remember how old, probably 3 or 4, and she was making them like fold their clothes, teaching them how to fold their clothes and do certain things. So in
That'd
my
be my
head,
kids.
I knew that I would like a situation where my kids would know how to do certain things, would
Yeah,
be
they're
independent,
independent. Yeah.
to do certain things on their own. So I just started following her, and I just liked what I saw. So now I'm realizing she was a role model. And in terms of career, funny enough, I do have one role model in terms of career, but in motherhood, I felt I looked up
You're
to
making
her.
me feel like
I did.
I ain't got my life together.
I did. No, I did. I knew. And I always wanted my kids early. I had my kids early too, like you.
Yeah.
And so and I feel like I took the time with the first one. But you see the second one.
Why are you laughing?
You see second kids. I feel like with the first one, I took my time and I did what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
but the second one.
It's usually like that. It's like that. Really, your first child, you do so there's so many memes on like Instagram on like
with first and second kids, yeah.
You take so much out, you do so much for them, and then the second child, by the third child, like this is like peace out,
I swear,
fend for
guys,
yourself.
the second one has shown me
Shiggy.
like no. It's different with the second one.
I believe it's a second born thing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm second as well, so.
Sorry, I'm third.
Third are the, like cute ones.
We're not the cute ones.
You get away with stuff.
No, we don't. That's cap.
Third kids get away with stuff.
I mean, it depends if your parents had 4 or 3. If your parent had 3, then you're the last born, then you're spoiled. But if your parent has like 4 children.
So how many kids? How many siblings?
My parents have 4, so I'm the third. So I'm the sorry mom, sorry dad, I'm the forgotten child. I mean, trauma speaking. We'll get into it later in different episodes.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's more like you're just in the middle. We're the middle children. We don't really know where we
No,
fall
I feel
into.
like third were like spoiled
No,
in terms
we're
of what would you call it, forgotten, or they just let you get away with stuff because they were busy with the first and the second?
I mean, I don't want to go into too much details about my family, but
yeah,
I mean, my birthday is in March, so it's like after Christmas and after it's like
wait.
Plenty.
Wait.
Anyway, look, let's not get into
my
this.
younger sibling, who is also the third, is also a March born.
Well,
another thing
let's
we
get
have in
her on the
common.
pod.
Another thing we
And let's have that conversation. But anyway,
so let's go back to the topic.
let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
let's
let's go back to the topic. So in marriage, finally marriage.
Marriage.
Would you say that there are certain situations that you found yourself in marriage that you felt like you knew what you would do,
but you did something else?
but you did something else?
Yes, definitely.
Always.
Well, I'll say always as if, no, not always. I mean, I have found myself in situations that I thought, growing up, I was like, this is a value of mine. I would never do this thing. Mm-hmm. Lie.
Yeah.
I've entered marriage. It has shown me what going, and it's like, it is what it is. But because of the person I am, I think when we spoke, like, a while back, we spoke about, like, who we are and things like
Yeah.
that. We got deep. Did we
Yeah,
get
we
deep?
did. We did get deep,
But
guys.
yeah, so, like, the kind of person I am, I'm just, for lack of a better word, I just go with the flow of things. So, like, getting into marriage, I didn't deep it. I didn't think about it. I was in love, and I wanted to marry my friend, and I married him.
Oh, lovely. So
I mean,
sweet, guys.
we'll get into it later, but
Yeah.
when I'm giving birth, same thing. I didn't really deep it. I didn't really research. Like, I just gave birth. It just happened. It's worked for me a lot more than it's not in life.
Do you think if you knew certain things, the outcome would have been different?
Baby, yes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in another episode. We don't have time for that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, going off your question, in marriage, I'm still learning. That's all
Every
I can
day.
say.
Yeah,
Every day is
I
a
agree.
new thing. I'm finding myself. I'm finding things I like, things I don't. We fight, we don't. We love each other, we hate each other. I mean, it's a package.
Yes. A question just popped in my head just now.
Girl.
Yeah, quickly. I sometimes feel like it would be easier to find yourself if you were single as opposed to
Really?
finding yourself in marriage.
I agree.
Because, ladies, if you're watching this,
Waller. You are
please.
addressing the ladies.
yeah, please. It's always good to find yourself, know your worth before you get married, because it just makes it a lot easier.
But it
It
doesn't
makes it
always
easy.
happen, though.
There are ladies who are doing it.
I know,
But
fair.
it's just that some
Fair.
of them, unfortunately for them, it's not like they chose to. You get me? They just haven't gotten married. So while waiting, they decided to fight themselves. But yeah,
Yeah, I
try,
agree.
if you can,
I agree.
before, it might even happen while you're in school, while you're in uni. As you're studying, try to know who you are. Try to be alone sometimes. Take
I mean, I feel
trips on your own.
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
this generation has shown that you can do anything.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of restrictions that had like a young lady that's unmarried. There's not a lot of you can do what you want really. This generation, you can do anything. I mean, we can
Yeah,
see
you
it.
you can.
So I do second what you're saying about knowing. I mean, I don't want to get into it because we don't have time, but I agree with knowing, exploring yourself as a single woman first before you get married. This is coming from two women that got married at 22, 23?
Yeah,
What is it?
22, yeah.
Yeah, 22, yeah. And we're in our 30s now. So.
Yeah. By the way, early 30s, so don't dip it. I'm not. I was just.
Yes, in fact.
I was just talking
no,
to my husband
yes,
yesterday. I
early
was
30s.
like, God, I'm aging. I feel like I'm
What do you
aging because
mean?
sometimes when I frown, I see like frown lines
Girl,
or
bye.
like smile lines, and I'm like, God, I'm aging. And I was like, yeah, we are, but I don't feel.
No, you
I
can't.
don't feel so
You know,
old.
old saying of you're only as old as you feel. That's my motto.
In that case, I'm like 20,
Girl,
26.
I'm 16. I'm only joking.
I'm 25, 26. I feel 25, 26, guys.
I am 21. It's a lie, oh. It's a lie, oh. My
Yo.
back ain't 21. But yeah, I think we've said a lot in this.
I can't believe we've come to the end of the episode.
Yeah, we have.
We made it. We're here.
Guys, this is so exciting. I mean,
I'm so glad we did this.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we did this.
like she said, this has been in the pipeline since 2023.
Yeah.
And we decided this year, let's just jump on it. So here we are.
I want us to say this on the pod. How consistent are we
Eh,
going to be?
wahala.
So that you guys can hold us to it. Leave a comment down below, guys. If you want us every... Let's not push it. Once every week.
Once a week, girl. Let's start.
Once every week.
Once a week.
And if we're not here every week,
Hold Dorcas accountable.
and her Instagram page will also be in the description box. So you can send her a DM.
By the
and
way,
tell her.
guys, also follow us on all our social media platforms.
Yeah.
Right? So at the moment, we've got Instagram
Yeah.
at Real Dilemma Podcast.
Yes, we do.
And we've got TikTok?
We've got Instagram, we've got TikTok. We're not on Facebook. Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe later. But for now, we're starting small.
On YouTube as well, where you're watching. And listen everywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Pods.
We made it through the first episode. I'm so happy. Before we started, my energy was low, but I'm glad we made it through.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. So, yeah. yeah, we're gonna leave you guys now. Have a fantastic evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this or listening to this.
Yeah.
And stick with us, guys. I mean, we're just starting, so bear with us. You know, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We're on the way. We're on the way.
Signing out. Your girl Regina and
Dorcas. Bye.
Real Dilemmas podcast. Bye, guys.
This is Real Dilemma Podcast with Regina and Dorcas.